we got a very interesting show for you today. So if you didn't see the title of the of today's stream, it is U.S. Navy has UFO patents for engineering the fabric of reality. I'm not making this up. I mean, it sounds like the most ridiculous, uh, you know, clickbait title in the world, but it is in fact true. Hey, what's up, Renee? How you doing? Um, uh, so I don't know how many people have heard about this, but so there's these patents going on in with the U.S. Navy. You think aliens could be AI? I doubt it. I mean, possibly. What's up, Cobra? How you doing, brother? Um, uh, but the U.S. Navy, the Department of Naval Intelligence, has a bunch of patents, which they always do. Uh, but people have been talking about this one guy's patents for a long time. This Salvatore Pais. I don't know how you say his last name. Maybe penis. I don't know. But his patents, which seem kind of outlandish. Like there are a lot of crazy ass patents out there that are just totally full of shit. However, this guy's patents, he does work for the U.S. Navy, uh, and people have been talking about him for a while, but finally um, uh, some online magazine or whatever got through to the Navy and to their spokespeople and actually got a chance to question them about it, and they're saying that his stuff is legit. That not only is it feasible, but it's actually operable. Hey, what up, Paul? How you doing, buddy? What up, Richard? How you doing? Um, Talking about the UFO patents put out by the Navy, which are absolutely fascinating because if you actually go through like the list of some of the things that he's creating, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna pull it up here real quick. We'll just go to one of the links. Let's see here. Um, so, and now this is coming from the War Zone, which is an online magazine or whatever that has to deal with the military. So it's not a UFO magazine. It just has to deal with just the military. And this is the crazy stuff that they're talking about. Uh, some of the they call it the Pais effect. His name is Pais, so I don't know how the fuck you say that, but it's absolutely fascinating. Some of the let's see if we can find some like high energy electromagnetic field generation. uh, it's just one of them. Let's see, power generation, advanced propulsion. Um, I mean, just looking at these fucking things are crazy, dude. But one of them that I saw, which is really interesting, was uh, a field uh, a gravity wave generator. Yeah, it's definitely have to check it out, dude. It's a gravity wave generator. Literally, the exact propulsion that Bob Lazar was talking about. That there, and then even having a miniaturized like particle accelerator, which is what Bob Lazar was talking about, which was it that powered the craft at S4 was like a miniaturized cyclotron. And now they have a patent for the same fucking thing. So the same stuff that he was talking about, they're actually putting out patents for it now for this kind of technology. So it seems like all those years that they've been trying to reverse engineer that UFO at S4 or those other UFOs, it seems like they finally cracked the code or found the secret to how it works and or how to reproduce it themselves. Hey, what up, Dinkum? How you doing, brother? Did you hear about this? these patents by the Navy. Uh, I mean, it's incredible. Literally, the exact all the propulsion stuff that Blizzard was talking about, that all the stuff that he was working on that craft at S4, they're just now coming out with patents, proving that that stuff works. So they must have figured out how to do it with earthly materials, or they figured out how to reproduce it, and they're just using the fuel that they already have. The 500 pounds of element 115. I mean, who knows how much element 115 you need to actually power a craft, how far it takes you, but I bet you it's super fucking efficient, so you probably don't need a lot. Um, Sorry, that's my little UFO fucking dying over there. Uh, yeah, tobacco not for me. Only herbs. Oh yeah, shit. um, yeah. So is that crazy or what? So I mean, all it does is help validate everything that he was saying, because they got a patent on What up, Wade? How you doing, brother? They have a patent on a miniaturized cyclotron, a uh basically a miniaturized nuclear fusion plant that will power the craft or whatever. A a gravity wave emitter or whatever, or amplifiers, a way to actually create gravitational waves. So, I mean, how fucking crazy is that? That we have a way to create artificial gravity, that they have a patent for it already. So now that the Chinese can't steal it, or anyone else can't steal it, we own the patent now. But just having a patent doesn't mean that anyone can look at the patent and go and build it themselves. I mean, obviously, there's going to be a lot of stuff, and because the patents are really just the proof that it works, not the actual machine, as what can it do. But apparently they have it, and this one guy, he must have been working at S4 and working on those fucking. He must have been working on those crafts, or getting information about those crafts and how they work, and how to try to build it his own. If they're putting patents out on it, and you would think, like, oh, okay, well, if it's a bunch of nonsense, that the Navy would just be like, no, it's bullshit, because there's other people who come out and have like patents about the TR3B or whatever, where the Navy will categorically deny and say, no, that has nothing to do with us, it's just made up, just a bunch of crap. um they'll have and they'll straight up just deny it. But in this case, not only are they not denying it, but they're straight up saying, that it's true, that they're supporting him. Biscotti live sauce. Thank you, John Appleby. Not sure what that fucking means, but all right, Make sure you come here and just, blab out any incoherent bullshit that you want to. Feel free. Uh, oh, where are these patents you found? Google patents. Yeah, in fact, I got one. Where is it? I had one already pulled up. Let me go back and find it. Yeah, but there's a couple of them. Yeah, and it's all stuff that's literally coming from Bob Lazar's craft. Like all the shit that he talked about on how the craft operates. They now have patents for those like individual components to the craft, like the miniaturized particle accelerator, that they use to the little the miniature cyclotron or whatever. Yeah, and hit that like button. That's right. Tell him, Dinkum. Yeah, everything that's in the sports model, all the components that ran the sports model, they have individual patents for each of those things that he talked about. I mean, what are the odds of that? What are the odds that this guy made up these fucking ridiculous lies, and then 30 years later, the patents for these fucking ridiculous lies are being, brought out by the fucking government, who claimed that, he was full of shit. Well, actually, they never said anything about him. You would think that they would just come out and say, no, he's a crazy dude, but No, they didn't say that. So, yeah, some more proof that Bob was spot on. Exactly. I mean, it's like, how are you going to fucking deny that now when, literally the exact same components that he was talking about are in the crap, are they have patents for it right now. And some of these are actually operational. Yeah, so I'm on Google Patents right now, Zeke, if you can see. I don't know because the screen's kind of, yeah, kind of dark, but um, yeah, so I'm on Google Patents right there, and I'll tell you guys what we. So this is a crafting inertial mass reduction device. So here's the abstract. A craft using an inertial mass reduction device comprises of an inner resonant cavity wall, an outer resonant cavity, and microwave emitters. The electrically charged outer resonant cavity wall and the electrically insulated inner resonant cavity wall form a resonant cavity. The microwave emitters create high frequency electromagnetic waves throughout the resonant cavity, causing the resonant cavity to vibrate in an accelerated mode and create a localized polarized vacuum outside the outer resonant cavity wall. Okay, so basically, what they're saying is that um, using creating a fucking electromagnetic field around the fucking craft is fucking having the propulsion and basically like this, so they could say the resonant cavity wall and outer resonant cavity wall and microwave emitters would be the same as what Bob Lazar was saying, the gravity wave emitters. So you have the big things that hang down, the big like drum, he just describes them as looking like a 50-gallon fucking drum hanging from the hanging from the bottom of the craft. That's what they're fucking describing right there. you know um the emitters for it, where the gravity wave actually gets emitted and pumped out. And this is just one piece. Statement of the government interest. The invention described herein may be manufactured and used by or for the government of the United States of America for governmental purposes without payment of any royalties thereon. Therefore, that's nice. They want to make sure no one's getting paid for that shit. Background. There are four known fundamental forces which control matter and therefore control energy. The four known forces are the strong nuclear force, the weak nuclear force, electromagnetic force, and gravitational force. In this hierarchy of forces, the electromagnetic force is perfectly positioned to be able to manipulate the other three. A stationary electric charge gives rise to an electric electrostatic field, while a moving charge generates both an electric and magnetic field, hence the electromagnetic field. Additionally, an accelerating charge induces electromagnetic radiation in the form of transverse waves, namely light. Mathematically as well as physically, electromagnetic field intensity can be represented as a product of electric field strength and magnetic field strength. Electromagnetic fields act as carriers for both energy and momentum, thus interacting with physical entities at the most fundamental level. Artificial generated high energy electromagnetic fields, such as those generated with high energy electromagnetic field generators, interact strongly with the vacuum energy state. The vacuum energy state can be described as an aggregate collective state comprised of superposition of all quantum fields fluctuations permeating the entire fabric of space-time. And this is exactly what we were talking about. I've actually brought this up before, is that uh could you not use electromagnetism as a way to as a different form of gravity, of basically trying to create your own gravity using electromagnet, because I didn't actually say the electromagnetic force. I was thinking more like the strong nuclear force, would it be a better way, um trash can gravity emitter, yeah, something like that. you know this is really interesting. So high energy interaction with the vacuum energy state can give rise to emergent physical phenomena such as force and matter fields unification. According to quantum field theory, this strong interaction between the fields is based on a mechanism of transfer of vibrational energy between the fields. The transfer of vibrational energy further induces local fluctuations in adjacent quantum fields, which permeate space time. These fields may or may not be electromagnetic in nature, so it could be gravity as well. Matter, energy, and space-time are all emergent constructs which arise out of the fundamental framework that is the vacuum energy state. Everything that surrounds us, ourselves included, can be described as macroscopic collections of fluctuations, vibrations, and oscillations in the quantum mechanical fields. Matter is confined to energy. So what they're saying there is basically we can all be described as pieces of atoms and the subatomic universe. You know, when you break it down, we're all the fucking same components. Oh man, there's so much to fucking read here. Wow, this is so cool. Oh my god, look at all this. Oh, you guys can't see it, but I mean, there is a fucking ton here, dude. I mean, they're going into crazy fucking equations. Wow. And it's funny because when you see you know, some dumbass coming on there writing about a fucking TR3B patent and the fucking math that it makes no fucking sense. The science they have makes no sense, but everything they're saying here makes perfect sense. This is all stuff that's, you know, they this is all stuff that you would be taught in the fucking classroom. As saying the preferred embodiment of the resonant cavity, well, 150 is filled with a noble gas. 155, the gas xenon gas may be used. However, a noble gas at 155 or equivalent can be utilized. So the same fucking gas that's inside, you know, my little plasma sphere, you know, that little guy, that's the same fucking gas. You know, that's what they're talking about right there. That's so fucking cool. The microwave emitters, maybe an electromagnetic field generator. To generate electromagnetic field. Wow, this is fucking nuts, dude. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty fascinating that these that these patents out here actually exist. We're all made from the same shit stardust. Correct. Thus, ending man's rule over the masses. Can't have it now, can we? That right? This is way more than I can handle tonight. I'm going to get some ice cream and get myself some coloring crayons. Shut the fuck up. You're going to learn some shit today. Yesterday's conspiracies are today's reality. All of it is true, but it would crush the current narrative that God exists and Jesus was his son, destroying all humanity's belief in religions. I highly doubt that. You know, I think if anything, it would make people's belief in religion that much stronger because that's usually what happens. You know, you try to prove like you fucking, you know, you go and you prove, you know, you point out like to a flat earther why the earth is round, and it just makes them fucking hold on even tighter that the earth is flat. So I doubt it'll have any fucking effect. I mean, look, we already had disclosure. Disclosure happened. Disclosure happened in 2017. The Pentagon came out and admitted UFOs exist. What happened? No one even fucking noticed. You know, the UFO community had a debate whether or not it was a hoax. You know, fucking people, are questioning the you know the Pentagon and and I mean, it's like, come on, dude. They finally came out and said what we wanted them to say the whole time, that we knew what was true. And then when it happens, we're just like, yeah, whatever. You're full of shit. We don't believe it. That's what happens, after so many years of fucking denial. You don't want to, you can't believe it anymore. Even when they come out and admit it, you're just like, yeah, whatever. There's been too many times of that shit happening. Is there anything about helium-3 in those documents? No, not that I've seen so far, but I mean, that is that is an interesting power source that I'm sure that they're going to utilize somehow, at least when they go to the moon, probably. A plethora of information goes good with Superman ice cream. Superman ice cream is bullshit, dude, and it's a fucking ripoff. Superman ice cream is nothing but vanilla that's just colored cool. It just tastes like plain old vanilla. There's no fucking fruity flavors in there. They fucking lied to you. Stupid ass Superman ice cream, my ass, dude. You gonna get Neuralink? Yep. I've even discussed getting Neuralink with Savannah. I was like, as soon as we're able to, we're getting fucking hooked up, dude. I'm hooking fucking Andromeda up, and I'm getting hooked up, and Savannah's getting. We're all getting fucking Neuralinked. I want in, all right. People are always afraid, like, oh man, I don't, fuck a one world government, fuck all that. I want in, okay. I'm totally pro fucking transhumanism, and I see no problem with us mixing together with machines to become fucking super people, dude. Right? I mean, imagine if you had the power of your phone already hooked up in your head. You could make phone calls and you could fucking, do a Google search all in your head. I mean, how fucking awesome would that be? How could you pass that up? You could talk to people like telepathically. You wouldn't have to waste time with a phone. How awesome would that be? That'd be, fucking, forget all the fucking tree huggers. Leave them behind, dude. Okay? I want to live in a vast fucking city that's all in one fucking building that's 10 miles high, dude, We all wear these tight fucking silver fucking suits and we're all bald and, fucking machine-like and, yep, that's what I want, dude. We're all ruled by some fucking evil AI and, I want into the Matrix. Plug my ass in, okay? I'll take the blue pill, goddammit. Yeah, but isn't that fascinating though? I mean, it gives, it shows that, Bob Lazar was, was correct. We keep finding evidence that he was correct. But I mean, this really shows that he, unless he's just, one of the best guessers of all time, that he actually was at a place that had some fucking shit that he was working on. Because here are the patents for it right here. I mean, that's incredible. I want to know what the UFO community is going to say about this. Oh, it's bullshit. It's fucking this. It's fucking that. It's like the same shit that always happens. As soon as science gets brought into the UFO community, fucking the UFO people start bitching because it all goes right over their head. They don't fucking get it. And it's important that we stick to the science of stuff, even if it proves us wrong. I'd rather know the truth. I'd rather know the truth that I'm wrong than fucking believe a lie that I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Because that seems what people want in the UFO community. They want Nibiru and the Anunnaki to be real, and they'd rather believe their own bullshit lies than actually know the truth. So when people are out there saying we want the truth, no, you don't want the fucking truth. You want your fucking story to be true. You want your fucking fantasy to be true. You don't care about what the actual truth is. And that's what's important. You have to actually care what the truth is, whether it goes with what you believe or not. That's why I always make it a point that, I've had my encounters with UFOs. I believe them to be extraterrestrial, but I've never seen an alien. I don't know what's inside a UFO, so I can't tell you that. I can't even say that it's from another planet because I have no idea. Yeah, but I can tell you what I feel, what it seems like, and the information that I've gained from my insights, my experience. But that's as far as I can go. It can't add anything to it or take anything away. Just that's what it is. What up, Dan? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Coach saying Elon Musk says he has monkeys playing video games in their mind. That is true. I did. I saw that. Hey, Candace, how you doing, baby? Neuralink is a fucking uh is a device that they're gonna plug and they're gonna put it into your brain. So you're linked up with everybody else who's on it, and you can basically all the shit you do on your phone you can do on your head, like in your mind. So you could do like Google searches in your mind and have the information immediately like downloaded into your brain. You can have you could be having conversations with people, like you can make a phone call, it all be done in your head to somebody else who also has Neuralink, and you'd be speaking to each other like telepathically, but it'd just be advanced technology. But to everyone else on the outside, it would look like you're just speaking telepathically, I guess, in a sense. Lady and chicks in there, right? Widgets in the brain, exactly. Imagine we can go to the moon with Neuralink, right? Uh, and I mean, NASA's going back to the moon anyway, so I'm sure SpaceX is going there. Blue Origin probably won't even exist soon. um, that's such a defunct fucking space company, dude. It's just a wannabe space company. um, at least Virgin Atlantic, at least they're trying. They started from the beginning, with their whole plan. Um, just doing like space tourism, where Blue Origin thinks it's going to be landing on the moon and shit. It can't even like reach low Earth orbit and thinks it's going to be landing on the moon. Post the link for the docs, please. I cannot do that at the time. I can't actually do that right now, but you could just go to Google Patents and look it up. If you got like, or you can go to like Google Scholar or whatever. It's all the educational shit on there. But yeah, it's definitely there. I'm on it right now. So if you guys want to see what it looks like, in case you don't know, that's what a Google Patents page. So Google Patents. All right. And so it's just straight up patents, and that's the fucking patent number right there. Here's your patent. So I could download the PDF for it or whatever. Look at all these, dude. Look at this fucking thing. Look at these images. Look at this fucking thing, dude. This is this is supposed to be like the fucking craft. Look at this. Motherfucker look like a fucking UFO, like a diamond-shaped UFO or a fucking, come on. What the fuck? Come on. Now that's some fucking legit shit right there, dude. None of that bullshit where the guy's talking about, fucking teleporting himself from a sidewalk to fucking China and shit. Like, I read this in a fucking patent report, man. Like, it's some fucking bullshit. So you got to be careful with you. You got to make sure that what you're looking up is all legitimate, because there'll be patents on there. People will write patents for anything, and it'll just be some crazy schizophrenic who's just got tons of crap that doesn't make any fucking sense. And obviously the guy has no scientific background because he's saying shit that he's just trying to use big words and shit, just trying to make himself sound smart. But if he actually knew what he meant or knew what the words meant, he'd realize he fucking sounds like an idiot. So you got to watch out for that shit. But when you can see, application filed by the Department of Navy, assigned to the Department of Navy, I mean, shit like that, it's fucking legit. Especially when you can go and check the math and you can see that the math just fucking checks out. I mean, you obviously couldn't go and check it with a regular calculator. I don't even know if you could check this with a scientific calculator. Shit, some of these equations, I don't even know what the fucking, I don't even know what it was, how to pronounce some of these things, dude. This fucking math is just way over my fucking head, but, uh, yeah, I mean, that's fucking, it's cool though, dude. Having a mini cyclotron or a tiny particle accelerator, having a patent for that, which is exactly what Bob Lazar talked about. A gravity wave amplifier or emitter is exactly what Bob Lazar was talking about. Being able to create force fields and shit like that. These are all things. In fact, the newest patent is a machine that will actually bend the fabric of reality. Okay, so literally, Bob Lazar's machine, once it's turned on, that's literally what it was doing, was bending the fabric of reality. I mean, how crazy is that? They were talking about one of them, one of the projects. I don't know if it was Project Looking Glass or whatever, where they could actually look back in time or whatever. I mean, this is exact same shit that he was talking about. There's patents for it right now. So it seems like they must have had some kind of breakthrough in their reverse engineering of the craft. Because I mean, how else are they going to come? Well, no, I'm not going to say that humans couldn't come up with them themselves. Obviously, I think that people are a lot smarter than most people give us credit for. Like when people say, "Oh, we couldn't build the pyramids," you might not be able to, motherfucker. I certainly could. I know that using the brain of an engineer, that yes, it's fucking definitely possible to do, especially if you got fucking unlimited manpower and shit. Yeah, you could definitely do it. And why would you do it is another reason. And then the history of why we did it and stuff, the fact that fucking the Egyptians had already forgotten who done it, who the pyramids were made for by the time Herodotus was asking, because they're like, oh, we don't even know who that guy is anymore, he was an asshole. you know so that's a little bit different, but this shit is legit. uh yeah. Yeah, and so yeah, and one thing I gotta bring up, and it really it kind of sucks, because it's like it put me in like a weird position. So I was working on a video for Third Phase of Moon, and uh it was a video that they had put out, and I was going to do uh just add my own stuff into it, and do like a recap of everything that basically they had already put out or whatever. And then as I put the video out or whatever, I realized I was I was a little harsh on them and on everything, and so I had to redo the video. And then I redid the video, and I watched it, and I realized I'm like, it's basically the same thing. And I can't find a way around it. And so I'm like, I'm just not able to do it. Like I can't do a video on it, which is which really sucks. Because I love those guys to death, and I love working with them and everything. And uh, however, there's some things where I'm just like, I just fucking you know I can't do it. I just won't do it. It's not right, and it's not what we're about. And so really, really what it was is that the only way I could do it is just telling the truth. That's all I can do. Right. And the video, since it's already out, you guys can go and watch it yourselves. About Nikola Tesla or whatever, is talking about the uh this guy George Van Tassel and the giant rock in California, where they have the contactee movement. Well, these contactees, these people by the name of Margaret and John Storm, put out a fucking letter making all kinds of claims about Nikola Tesla and trying to connect him with the contactee movement. And Nikola Tesla is one of the greatest scientists of our time, and he's one of the most underrated scientists in history, and he deserves a lot more credit than he gets. And there's already a huge problem with people dragging his name through the mud. Um, trying to connect Nikola Tesla with their contactee movement, and in the end, I couldn't do it because he is a real scientist and he already had to deal with a bunch of bullshit, with Thomas Edison and stuff while he was alive. And now after he's dead, people, the contactees want to fucking try to make claim that he was a Venusian, that he was from Venus and he was fucking dropped off to his parents in fucking Croatia and he was an alien and shit like that, and just the most ridiculous fucking bullshit. And it's all they're trying to do is give credibility to their movement, to the contactee movement, which is a bunch of liars, and these people do nothing but make the UFO community look like a bunch of nuts. These are the people this is why people call fucking UFO people crazy and shit, because of these people specifically, because of the contactee movement, because people like George Van Tassel and people like George Adamski and shit would go around saying, oh, took a flight to Jupiter on a UFO. Okay, you guys ever hear those stories? Those are the people that started it, the contactee movement. Those people started it, and they're trying to make a connection with Tesla to try to give themselves credibility. And I mean, and I don't know how anyone could do that, in the UFO community could accept that and think that that's okay, for our community to sit there and to say that these people are, that there's some kind of truth behind it or whatever. The only truth that behind it is that these guys are liars and they're trying to use Tesla's name to try to give themselves credibility because he's dead and he can't fucking defend himself, and he's one of the greatest scientists in history, giving us alternating current. Everything that our modern technology runs today is because of Tesla. And they're just dragging his name through the mud by making those connections. And I can't do it. I just won't do it, because it's not right. Because Tesla he's not part of the contactee movement. He's not a fucking Venusian. He wasn't a fucking, he wasn't he's not a fucking alien. It's just all this shit, dude. And when we go out there and we put that shit out there to give even a suggestion that that's a possibility, all that does is fucking make it harder on us. That's all it does. And so I won't have any part of it, man, because my experience, what happened to me. It actually fucking happened to me. I see it's real, And so if I go out there saying, trying to make fucking connections for the contactee movement and shit, which I'm absolutely vehemently against. I can't do it because those guys are nothing but liars. That's all they are. They're fucking liars. When they go on there and they say they're flying around to Jupiter, it's a fucking lie. It's a lie for them to push books and to sell fucking, to sell tickets to their fucking talks and their symposiums and shit about how they took their fucking flights with their, to the Pleiades star system and shit and talk to fucking avian chicken people. It's all bullshit, dude. And it just makes us all look fucking crazy, and, I don't want anything to do with it. Yeah, that's right. The fucking the contactees are bullshitters, man. You know, and yeah, CE5 is different. Okay, CE5 is not what these guys are doing. Those guys, they're not the first people to do CE5. They're not doing CE5. They're making up lies. They're straight up lying, saying that, it's like, hey, if they want to go out there and try to contact aliens, that's fine. But you want to go out there and fucking lie and say that you're flying on fucking starships to fucking Venus and that Nikola Tesla is an alien. Uh, all it does is make us look fucking crazy. That's all it does, dude. And the only reason people are putting that shit out there is so they can get fucking, so they can, make money and get views and clicks like that. And it's not worth it, dude. It's fucking, I'm not doing it, man. We've got to stand for something better. Whether it means we're getting fucking views or not. We got to stand for something better because no one else will. Locked into goddamn mental wards over and over. Exactly. What up, Van? How you doing, brother? Don't forget about balloon summers. Exactly. It's stuff like that that fucking, it makes us all look fucking crazy. And if we've got to stand for something better, if we can't, if we just let that shit go and say, okay, it's okay to try to make claims that, that Nikola Tesla was part of the contactee movement, or that there's, it's not, it's not okay. Now, the FBI did release documents that were unclassified. They had documents about Nikola Tesla that says stuff like that in there, all right? But that it's not, it's literally fucking a newsletter from one of these contactee groups, the Interplanetary Sessions group. It's just one of their newsletters that they send out to all their fucking people, and it happens to be in the FBI had it recorded, for whatever reason, and so they put it out there, and they're trying to make you think like there's some kind of fucking connection between the two. Well, the groups are trying to make you think that there's a connection between them and Tesla. There's not. Tesla was a fucking scientist. All right, these guys are the furthest thing from scientists, and what do? They make it hard for people who have actual UFO experiences, like myself, to come out and talk about it because we get called crazy because of people like that. Because of people going around making up total bullshit. And it's in the end, it's not worth it to me. And so yeah, and it fucking sucks because and I'm not bad mouthing Third Phase of Moon at all. They are fucking some of my best friends. They're really good friends of mine. And they're the #1 UFO channel in the world. and if I was smart, I would just shut the fuck up and jump on board. However, I'm fucking stubborn, and the truth is what it is. My experience is more important than any of that. And so I'd rather say fucking, forget fucking, I'm not gonna fucking, I can't do it. I can't fucking, I can't, it's not worth it to me, dude. I don't care about the fucking subscribers. I don't care about the fucking views. I don't care about the fucking money I get from it, dude. It's like, that shit doesn't matter to me, What's important is that, the truth comes out, and I can't be a part of, dragging Nikola Tesla's fucking name through the mud, trying to pretend like there's some kind of connection between the contactee movement and Nikola Tesla. There's fucking not. There's no fucking connection there. That fucking movement didn't start until fucking 10 years after he died. He has nothing to fucking do with them. It's that's yeah, thank you for being who you are. Thank you, Van. You're welcome. But that's the fucking truth of it. But no disrespect to fucking Third Phase of Moon. They are my fucking homies, and they got to do what fucking they have to do what they got to do. They got to put these fucking stories out. They got to declassified fucking info. And so that's what they do. And then and they got fucking people reporting for them. They wanted me to report for them and shit. And the only problem is like, I would do it. However, all it did was just fucking, talk shit. And I'm like, I can't do that, dude. They're fucking friends of mine. And so I'm not going to sit there and fucking put them down in the video or in anything like that. And it wasn't putting them down. It's putting the contactees down. you know, but I don't want people to think that I'm saying anything bad about Third Phase and Moon, because I'm not. They're really good friends of mine, you know. It's just you know, trying to put these two guys together. I can't do it. And I won't do it, you know. You have always stuck to your guns, Kyle, and we know you always will. No bullshit, truth, and proof. That's right, exactly. You know? You see, Dinkum says, "We're good. You're good, Kyle. We hear you. Exactly. You know, no disrespect to fucking Third Phase. They're my friends, and fucking they are the #1 channel for a fucking reason. You know, and they deserve it. And you know, and I'm not saying that they should stop doing that. You know, they got to put those stories out there because somebody has to. You know, someone has to show the fucking, you know, because those documents do exist. That's the problem. The documents are fucking there. So you have to have, someone has to fucking put them out there, you know. However, I can't fucking, you know, I can't come out there and you guys just know how I am. And by me putting out a video, all it does is fucking, I'm just sitting there just talking shit the whole time, you know. And I've made 2 videos, dude, and both of them, I'm like, I can't send this to them. You know, and they're sitting there waiting on the fucking videos. I'm like, I can't send this. I had to redo the whole video. I'm like, I can't send this to them, you know, because I'm like, you know, they're too good of friends of mine for me to do that. And you know, like I said, it has nothing to do with them. It has to do with the contactees trying to, you know, what that whole video was about was so fucking aggravating. It's so fucking upsetting, especially to, you know, people who have, you know, who's a UFO experiencer, you know, not just, oh, I had a sighting or I believe in UFOs, but an actual UFO experiencer is so fucking upsetting and it's so frustrating because, you know, I am a man of science, not bullshit. You know, this is the shit that's important to me, science, you know, and to have someone like the contactee, you know, movement try to fucking, you know, dirty the name of Nikola Tesla. You can't do it, man. Here you could do the video and blink your eyes and Morse code saying this is bullcrap, or I could just come out and say this is bullcrap, which is exactly what I did in the video. So I'm just like, I can't send this to them, you know. And they're fucking waiting on that video, dude. I'm just like, I can't. And I was trying all the way up until today. I was just like, you know what, dude? It's just, it can't be done. It can't be done. There's no way to get around it. The video is all I'm gonna do is make everyone else on the video look like assholes, and I'm not willing to do that because, you know, a bunch of the people on the videos are my fucking friends, you know. I'm not gonna put down Third Phase Moon. I'm not gonna put down fucking Richard, you know, Goofon and shit, you know. I'm not gonna put down Dr. J. These guys are my friends. I'm not gonna put them down, you know. And they're just doing what, you know, they gotta do. They gotta report on it. And me, I do what I gotta do. I gotta bitch about shit. So, you know, it's just, you know, it'd be better for me just to work on something else, you know. And I'm not going to say that I'm not working with Third Phase and Moon. Of course I'm going to work with them, you know. We're going to do a bunch of work together, especially in the future, you know. We got all kinds of cool plans and shit, you know. It's just this one particular video I simply can't do. And it's so, you know, hopefully they'll understand, you know. I'll give them a call tonight and let them know what's up. That this, you know, I tried and is, you know, and as much as I love them, I couldn't find a way for me to do it, you know. Hey, thank you for the super chat, dude. Fuck yeah, Dinkum. You're the man, brother. You should have put that in my fucking PayPal, though, because fucking stupid ass YouTube takes their fucking cut. And I won't see it for fucking months. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much, dude. Why don't you guys do what fucking Dinkum did and fucking throw a super chat or send it to PayPal instead? But fuck yeah. You're the fucking man. Thank you, brother. Yes, I do rock. Yeah, now I have thought about that. However, this video was going to be going on one of their other channels and shit. Like it was going to be going up on their channel, and you know, I just don't think that they would have want, you know, my kind of, you guys know how I get, man, you know. Oh, yeah, Dinkum, you're the man. He just said that he's going to put something in my PayPal, too. Hey, you guys see that shit? Why don't you guys fucking do what Dinkum does, dude? Okay? Because I fucking burn bridges left and right. You see that shit? Even with my best friends, like fucking, You know, they're trying to fucking set me up and get my name out there and fucking get my channel up there so I get views and I can get paid for this shit and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I can't do it because I have too much fucking pride. I have too much integrity. I can't do it. So this is the only way I make money is because of people like fucking Dinkum over here, dude. Helping me out because I burn bridges left and right. I can't do it though. I can't bring myself to do it. I won't do it. I just won't. You know, and as much as I love those guys, I really do, man. You know, to try to make that connection between the contactees, both videos, all that came out with me. The first video was really bad. I was just fucking yelling and just talking shit. I was like, oh, these motherfucker, I was going off. And then the second video, I tried to calm it down, but it was just a polite way of me saying, oh, I was just, oh, well, these motherfuckers. I was just kind of calmed down my voice, but I was still saying the same shit, you know? Absolutely must have at least one electric motor in it. Yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of them. I got a bunch of fucking experiments and shit. Oh, I got all kinds of shit around here, dude. Look at my robot. That is a fully programmable fucking robot, dude. From the fucking 1980s, man. He's got a fucking tape deck on him, dude. Bob Lazar is a phony. Some people think that, but guess what, Bob? Guess what? All the shit he talked about, the patents are out for it now. You know? Yeah. Everything that our world is based on is built by fucking Nikola Tesla. You know? And I'm not going to drag his name through the mud trying to make some, he's not a Venusian. He didn't get fucking dropped off by aliens who came from the planet Venus and dropped off a baby Tesla there. Like, because not only are they fucking aliens, but they're also psychics and shit. Like, give me a fucking break, you know? It's not gonna fucking happen, man. That's not fucking true. It's a fucking lie. And what does it do? It makes us look crazy. When we go out there and try to speculate on this, it makes us look crazy. You know? Because, you know, they're not gonna speculate about this shit in academia. All right? In academia, they're gonna fucking laugh at us. That's what's gonna happen. You know? Exactly, dude. Why the fuck do they think he's an alien anyway? You know, you know, they they don't think he's an alien. What they're doing is trying to give credibility to the contactee movement. That's what they're trying to do. The contactees themselves, they're trying to give credibility to their own movement. And how do you do that? Well, you take someone like who's a genius like Tesla, who invented stuff that he didn't even know the capabilities of his inventions, you know? He didn't live long enough to realize the fucking power of his inventions. And so what they try to do is say, oh, well, we're going to try to fucking take claim to him and say that, oh, he's part of our fucking movement. He is not part of their movement. You know, he never was. He had nothing to do with it. The FBI was not investigating him. They didn't have any records on him. They simply have a document from, you know, a newsletter that somebody wrote about him to their fucking inner circle of other contactees. All right. Trying to tell the other people in their circle that, oh yeah, he was an alien and blah, blah, blah. No, he fucking was not. None of that shit is true. They have no fucking evidence to back anything up. It's just a lie. It's just a lie to fucking, you know, sell shit. And to sell their fucking books, Return of the Dove. Which was the stupidest name for a book ever. You know? And that's all it was. And you know, and it made me feel stupid to sit there and try to fucking and try to make that connection and try to show people like, oh yeah, like this is a fucking possibility because it's entertaining, because there's some fucking shock value to it, because oh well cool, we can, there's Tesla and he might be an alien and that's gonna fucking sell some shit for, fuck all that, dude. You know, we've got to stand for something better. Somebody has to, because no one else does. You know, like if you know, and it's, you know, Paul's probably right. You know, they might have wanted me to fucking come out there and fucking to have an opposite opinion of everything. You know, they might have wanted me to do that. I don't know. But you know, because that's not unheard of. That's, they've had me do that before, so I wouldn't be shocked by it if that was the case, you know. And if that is, but even if that is the case, I still probably couldn't have done it, because the video was, you know, I was getting upset with that shit, because I was like, this is making us look like fucking assholes. Because not only are we, you know, showing like there's a connection between us and the contactees and the contactees and Nikola Tesla, but you know, we're destroying Tesla's name at the same fucking time, you know? And it's making it'll make the whole community look like a bunch of retards, you know, when we go to the scientific community and they say, oh yeah, you guys are saying that fucking Nikola Tesla was a fucking alien and he was flying around in a UFO flying to Venus. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, how are we supposed to be taken seriously? You know, we're not going to be taken seriously if we support that shit. You know, because oh, sorry, hang on. Because you know Blake and Brent wouldn't say anything. They're too polite. Well, that's exactly the case. They wouldn't. You know, they're way too polite. But that's the thing. The video would have been up on their channel, and I wouldn't want to put anything on their channel that's gonna be bad. You know, that's gonna fucking put them in a bad light, or that's gonna be have like, you know, it doesn't have to be swearing. Like I did the whole videos with no swearing and everything, so I could do that. The problem is that just, you know, what I'm talking about, I'm just like, it's frustrating. And then the way I'm sitting there saying how this is not right and stuff like that, but then you have other people in the video sitting there fucking supporting that, you know. And I don't think, the thing is like, I don't think a single person in that fucking video believed any of that shit. You know, I honestly don't. I don't think anybody in that video supported that notion for a minute. But because, you know, there are a lot of people in the fucking UFO world that you know want to hear stuff like that and want to believe it, you know, they can't come out and say it. They don't do it like I do it. You know, I call it like I see it, and that's how it is. And whether it burns bridges for me, whether it gets me subscribers, or if it loses me subscribers, that's what I got to do. You know. And people wonder why my channel isn't bigger than it is. That's why. It's like what Ancient Alien has become. Van and nailed that perfectly. That is exactly it. You know. What the fuck? Why can't I get this fucking thing off of here? Let me get this fucking thing. Yeah, Val Valiant Thor. You know, a bunch of more bullshit, dude. You know, spread by fucking Phil Schneider and other fucking liars, and you know, all that shit, dude. You know, it's like all that stuff, man. Yeah, are salamanders actually aliens? We're gonna speculate about this ridiculous notion for the next hour and a half, right, man? That's exactly it. You know, that's exactly it. Well, I can't do that. You know, I'm not going to do that. And um, and it sucks, man. Especially because I put in so much fucking time and work on these goddamn fucking videos, and in the end, I couldn't even fucking send it to them. I'm just like, I can't fucking do it, man. It's just, you know, because all they're gonna do is, one, they're gonna say no, we can't put that video up. So I already know that. So I'm like, okay, well, this is fucking pointless, because I can't fucking do it any other way. I mean, I don't know what, you know, what, like, I don't know what else they would expect from me. So maybe they expected me to actually do that. That could be the case. Because, you know, and it's, and that's just the thing. It's really just that one video with that one subject with the contactees and Nikola Tesla. And just, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. They asked me to do it. I hadn't even seen the video yet. So I just knew it was some FBI documents released about Tesla. So I went and watched their video, and then when I saw what it was about, I was like, no fucking way, dude. I'm like, this is disgusting to see these guys try to make this connection. Not third phase of moon. Okay, I'm talking about these guys, the contactee. To see those guys try to make the connection between them and Tesla to try to give themselves some credibility. Like, oh, you got some scientist, and he's he's a genius because he's an alien and shit like that. No. You want to know something interesting about Tesla? He doesn't have a degree in anything. He didn't graduate college. He's got no fucking degree. you know? And then people wonder, oh, yeah, well, the Bob Lazar way, he didn't go to fucking school. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. They don't fucking care. If it's like you get to a point where schooling doesn't matter. You know what you know, and you end up teaching it to yourself. The schooling doesn't really matter. The degree doesn't fucking matter. If you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing. Like Elon Musk, he could give a fuck less if you have a degree or not. He just goes, he wants to know if you know what you're talking about. If you can do what if you know what your job is, if you know what you're doing, that's all he cares about. Whether you have a degree or you graduate or not, he doesn't give a fuck. That's how it should be. But I bet you a lot of people didn't know that that Tesla, he has no fucking degree in anything. Yeah, it really sucks though, because it makes me feel bad because they really are good friends of mine, and I know they were fucking counting on me for the fucking video, and I tried, I really did. I made two fucking videos, and neither one of them they would have been able to use, and in the end, I'm just like, I'm not making the third one, so it's because it is what it is, and that's just no matter what. I'm going to come out and I'm going to be upset, and I'm going to talk shit about these guys, and it's just going to make the whole video look bad, because the whole video, they did a really good job on it. The production value on it looks fucking great, man. Exactly what Third Phase and exactly what Blake and Brent and myself, we all had a conversation about this when we first started talking about what they could do to fucking to bring themselves back up in the UFO community. And I told them exactly what they should do, and I told them that yeah, I would follow them, that I would get behind them. I'm like, if you guys went this direction, people would follow you. I would follow you. That I would support you, and that's exactly what they did. And just like he really can see it now. Like there's fucking just these videos they put out have great production value, and and they look awesome and shit like that. And then I cut myself into the same video, and it just seems like I'm just sitting there just like bad mouthing everybody is what it seems. Because people won't. I don't think people will know the difference. Unless you know UFO proof, unless you know who I am and know this channel. You're just gonna think that I'm just some dude talking shit about everybody else on there, when I'm really just talking shit about the contactees and what they're doing, But because nobody else is saying it like that, it's just gonna seem like it would just seem bad all around. And I love those guys way too much to try to do anything like that to them. So I didn't want to badmouth anyone or make anyone look bad. Is really what it is. Simple as that. But it makes me feel bad because they were waiting on it. Hey, what up, alien girl? Sorry, I just saw your thing. Yeah, Tesla was winging it. That is correct, dude. Tesla was a 60-year-old virgin. I think he was, dude. I think you do a good job on Third Phase, Kyle. Thank you, alien girl. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, well, I can only, I gotta I do what I do, and then that's it, and yeah, that's the thing, I started doing UFO proof because of my UFO experiences, not because I wanted to, you know, I wanted to, be a YouTube star or whatever, I wanted to, just have a place where I could talk about UFOs for people that were serious, It's people who wanted to find the truth, not their truth, not the answer that makes them happy, but the answer that's real, the answer that comes from objective reality, one that everyone can agree on. Yeah, I used to do Google Hangouts. It was awesome. That YouTube fucked that all up. Yeah, but even on Google Hangouts, I wouldn't let people come on there and fucking start talking their fucking crazy ass shit. This was the only channel I was able to talk to sane people. Yes, exactly. Because there's all those other crazy ass people, and then it makes your fucking site, it makes your experience fucking feel less credible when you're sitting there talking about people who, oh yeah, well, I was visited by draconians, and they, it's like, shut the fuck up with all that, dude. Oh yeah, and the fucking reptilian, fucking, Obama's a fucking reptilian, draconian alien. It's just like, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up with all that bullshit, dude. We already have it hard enough. We don't need it any harder. But that's exactly what happens, you know. The twins are closet something. The twins are fucking awesome, dude. They're some of my best friends in the world, man. They're and I got nothing but love and respect for those guys, man. They really are, man. And they have kept their fucking word from the beginning, and I will keep mine. And I mean, I got nothing but love for those guys, man. I really do. And I'll work with it. Like, we have plans to fucking do movies and all kinds of shit together, man. And this is the one time where I have to tell them no. is that, and it's not, I'm sure it won't be a big deal to them. I've never told them no before. But this is just the one time where I'm just like, you know what? Just the angle of the video, me having my angle in there is just gonna look bad. That's all. That's all it is. It's just gonna make them look bad, or make anybody else on there look bad, because they'll be in disagreement with me. Not that I'm specifically targeting anyone on the video or anything like that. However, just watching the video, it would appear that way, because my views are so contrast to everyone else's that it would seem like I was insulting everybody else, um, which I am in a way, because I'm insulting and it's the contactee movement saying this, and there's no one else in the video coming out saying, like, well, this is ridiculous, that these are clearly fucking lies that these people are making up. No one else is coming out and saying that, and so by me being the only person saying that, it just kind of looks like I'm putting everyone else down, when that's not the case. uh, I'm putting the movement, the contactee movement down. Like, George Adamski is a pathological liar, and if people don't realize that, they need to fucking wake up, because that's what he was. He was a fucking pathological liar. Third Phase is amazing. Yes, they are, dude. They really are. Third Phase has a lot of BS on their channel. They used to have a ton of it, but now they've switched, and it's pretty fucking legit, most of it. But then you get stuff like this where it's questionable, and and you gotta understand. I understand anyway. They are the number one UFO channel. They have to put out videos every day. So shit like that, I understand. Coming from a business sense, I understand. But from my perspective from my place and where I'm at with it, I can't do it. I won't. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's because I love them to death, but I got to do what I got to do. And it's really this. They really are my friends. Like for real, like they're really good friends of mine, and I don't want to try to I won't do anything to make them look bad. So it's better for me just to just shut up, just to shut up and stay out of it and say okay, because I don't want to try. And that's the thing. It wouldn't even. It's not that I'm trying to make them look bad. It's just that people would misconstrue what I'm saying as like targeting those guys, just the way how the video would be, how it's angled. Yeah, if you understand what I'm saying. I don't know. Exactly. That's yeah. So Van's got it. It's not letting business compromise the absolute vital requirement for absolute truth in the topic. Exactly. If we start lying, correct. If we start lying, we dilute the truth. Exactly. It makes our, brings our own, you know, my UFO experiences are really important to me because they really happen. What I say I saw, I actually saw. It actually happened. Those things are real. So anything that will make to give my experience less credibility, I can't be a part of. You know, can I drink some bong water? You can. Should you? No. It's fucking terrible. When you talked about that black sphere, exactly. I can't make I can't anything. That should actually fucking happen to me, dude. So anything that's gonna bring it down is I can't do. And those contactees, like Billy Meyer, laser gun. Yes, exactly. All right. I can't have any part of that, dude. What is scarier, a sphere or a cube? I have actually seen both. Well, not really a cube. It was more of like a golden rectangle. Excuse me. And that was in Arizona where I saw that. Um, but and neither one of them were fucking really scary, uh, intimidating, maybe, but not really scary. They need to just write sci-fi novels. I like what they're doing. I like the way they're going, where they're doing like their little documentaries for everything and shit like that. And that shit's important. And it's important because, hey, what up, Alex? How you doing, buddy? It's important because, um, at least with Third Phase being, the number one UFO channel, uh, they they're kind of forced to do stories on things because if they don't, somebody else will, and it's going to look bad if someone else does it. You know, Gotta have honest integrity, or nobody will believe in anything you say. I agree. Yes, exactly. That's what it is, and that's what it comes down to. If you don't, we have got to stand for something better. As simple as that. If somebody has to, and and if that means, at least here on UFO Proof, we have to, and if that means that we have to give up on being a part of something, or like, oh, okay, so I can't put out this video and be on Third Phase and Moon's channel, well then I can't do that, and so, but like I said, it's just one video. um I could make a video right now about this subject we're talking about right now, and they would put it out on their channel, guaranteed. Okay, I mean, that's just how they are, and they're probably going to have to anyway. So I should probably actually go ahead and make a video like that for them and send it to them, since I wasn't able to do the Tesla video. But it's because it's just that is what it is. And you know, I mean, what would you guys expect me to do? What would you know, there's a video about the contactee movement trying to make claims that Nikola Tesla is an alien. What would you think? What would I say in a video like that? What do you think? Hey, Coop, thank you for the super chat. You're the fucking man. Thank you, buddy. Yes, I love you too. He says, I love you all. Yes, we love you all too. Thank you very much. You're the fucking man. Why don't you guys do what fucking Coop just did and send me a super chat or send it to my fucking PayPal or buy something. Give me some money. Because because I'm not getting it through any other means, especially making videos for other channels. Especially when I'm not doing it. Yeah, you keep it real. That's why I was trying to catch you whenever you go live, right? Knowing you, you would totally call them out on it. Exactly. That is exactly what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. I mean, think about it. What could I do? What else could I, you know, there's no other way around it. Alex, tell him, what would I say, dude? You know, there's no other way around it. If there's a video coming out with the contactees talking about getting on UFOs and flying to Jupiter and fucking Uranus and Venus and penis, you know, every fucking Tuesday, what would I say to that? I couldn't just stand by and say, well, this is what they're making a claim and, you know, it's, you know, suspicious or what. I'm going to come out and call it like I see it and say, it's fucking bullshit, dude. And it makes us all look crazy because that's what it does. Oh, it caught my attention, Kyle. I didn't know that experience of yours. I saw the flying rectangle once. I hope you and yours have been well, by the way. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw it was like a golden fucking box, dude. Actually, and there's a story, an abduction case. And I actually already have the video made. I'll upload it tonight. And where this guy, I don't want to give the story away, but he actually, in his sighting, he saw a golden, like, rectangle UFO. And I always think about that when I think about mine. And it was funny because I was at my friend's house and I was standing outside with my homie's girlfriend. We were smoking a cigarette and that's when I seen it. And I remember she seen it and she was so fucking scared that she went back in the house. And I was like, how are you gonna fucking walk away when you see something fucking amazing like that? She's like, oh my god, I'm not seeing this. And she ran inside. I was like, what the fuck, are you kidding me? It was real low. It's like this golden box, dude. Their golden rectangle just fucking floating along in the sky, man. It looks so fucking cool, dude. It was real low too. Like you could really fucking see this thing, dude. So well that it freaked her out. She's like, oh, like this thing's gonna come and abduct her or some shit, dude. You know. Yeah, you know, I should probably just make a video about these U.S. Navy, the fucking Navy patents for the UFO stuff. Make them a video like that and just send it to them because you know, I feel bad because they were waiting on this video for a couple days now, and every time it's like I fucking make the video and I'm like, I don't like it, and then I go and I fucking redo the whole fucking video from scratch. I'm like, I still don't like it, dude. It's not gonna fucking look good. And it's gonna look bad on everybody, and I'm just like, you know, I can't do it, you know. And it breaks my heart because I love those guys to death, and I love doing shit on their channel and being a part of it and shit like that, and you know, and I feel honored that they want me to be a part of it, you know. But just this one instance, this one case, I'm just like, you know, you know, it's better just left the way it is instead of having me be a part of it, because I am the way I am. And you know, I know there's been times where like they've hit me up and like I was supposed to do a fucking interview with them on their show, like do a fucking phone interview, And so I'm doing the fucking interview, and I'm just, they're asking me about a video that I'm just talking mad shit about, dude. And I was just like, in the end, they're like, okay, we can't fucking post this. I was like, I don't know what you want from me. I'm like, I told you, I'm just telling you the video looks like shit to me, dude. Like, this looks so fucking ridiculous and shit. So there was one other time, yeah, like that I remember that one time where we couldn't put that video up because I couldn't find any way to try to make it sound like, I had some kind of belief in it because I simply didn't. And the other guys, they're more able to do that than I am. I just the way I am. I don't know. That makes me feel bad, but it is what it is. But I mean, imagine seeing a video like that, and then imagine seeing me on that video. What would you expect me to say? For people who don't know me, fucking Third Face Moon got 1 million fucking subscribers, so I'm sure it's like, yeah, I put a video, fucking no one would even know who the fuck I am, so it wouldn't really matter what I said, but for, any proofers, they would see it and be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Why is he saying that shit? Like, why isn't he coming out like, oh, this is fucking ridiculous? Because it is. It's fucking lies. That's all it is. You know? Nikola Tesla's not a fucking alien. It's as simple as that. And it was also that couple could sell a book. That's what it was. So this couple could sell a book, Return of the Dove or whatever. So they're making up these ridiculous stories. And then they're talking shit about Tesla and this person's autobiography, saying they got a bunch of shit wrong because it was a legitimate fucking, or not it was not an autobiography, but it was a legitimate biography about Tesla, and it went into a bunch of his inventions and the mathematics for it and all this shit, all the fucking smart shit. And in their fucking statement, they're like, oh, well, she can't go in that because the author didn't understand the esoteric part of Tesla. No, there's, making up lines. There was no esoteric part, fucking Tesla. They're sitting there just making up bullshit to try to make claims like Tesla was on their side of the contactees. He was not, all right? He was a real scientist doing real science. Did he think that he communicated with aliens? Yes, of course. Back then, they thought if they just turned a radio, antenna up to the fucking sky that they could hear aliens, all right? They thought that there were people living on Mars. This was not a fucking out of the world idea. They had very little knowledge of the world outside. So they thought that it could very well be possible that there are people on Mars right now, just like us. That's what they thought. They're like, yeah, so, besides shit like that, he wasn't like this esoteric fucking, he was actually coming up with real inventions, shit that changed our whole society. Thank God for him, man. Oh, hey, uh, tell me about the TR3B alien craft. Michael, thank you for the fucking super chat. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you about that because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Tell me about the TR3B alien craft. I don't know, but I can tell you about the Navy patents that they're putting out. That the patents that they're putting out are the same, all the components that Bob Lazar spoke about on the sports model craft, all the components that it needed to operate, they're putting patents out for the exact same things. For the fucking miniaturized nuclear fusion engine, to fucking gravity wave emitters, all the things, all the different components that were on the sports model, they have patents for right now. And that the guy putting out the patents is a legitimate fucking dude working for the Navy, and the Navy's even backing him up, saying some of these things are actually operable, so that they've actually made prototypes that actually work. Imagine making a prototype of a gravity wave emitter, something where you can fucking produce your own gravitational wave. Right there, everything, boom, that's it. Game's over. We win. Yeah, imagine if I doubt that that's the prototype that they have, but in theory, not only is the Navy backing him up, coming out saying, yes, this shit is true, blah blah blah, but they're also backing him up with money because they're funding all his research, so they're putting big money into this. I always thought Elon Musk invented Tesla. Shut up, Heart Undead. Yeah, Van's got it right. He's saying that 75% of Tesla's multitude of inventions is our modern world. It's probably more like 80% or 85, really. I mean, like everything runs off of everything has a fucking electric motor in it. Everything runs off of AC, AC DC power. There is no just straight up DC power anywhere. It's all running off of AC DC. It's all off of alternating currents. You know. Imagine though if you had called them out uh, live on a show, that would be a great one. Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to do that. Because that's the thing. We're friends. We're brothers. And if I was going to do anything like that, I would talk to him behind the scenes about it. Kyle, you think Tesla was in communications with aliens? No, most certainly not. I do not think he was in communications with aliens. He had nothing to do with aliens or UFOs. These contactees that are trying to make a connection there. That's nothing. That's all they're doing. And um, I can't support that because it's simply not true. And you start supporting bullshit like that, and it just snowballs into now no one's going to take anything we say seriously. There's one thing that we have, that we have here that fucking no one else has, and that is fucking it is integrity. That when we say something on this channel, it's true, and that's it. And you can fucking go and research it all you want. You'll never find some bullshit about it because we always put the truth out, and so we never have to worry about if people are going to think we're full of shit on this or for that. No, never, because that's all we do is always tell the truth. We just say it like it is, and that's it. So we don't have to worry about that fucking bullshit. Does it stop us from becoming a big fucking successful channel? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay? Does that fucking suck? Yes. It sucks very bad. Yeah. But if it's either us or nobody. Because no one else will do it. Oh, not the twins. Those other bullshitters. Oh God, I know that would have been great, dude. Thank you for the respect. Yeah, that's what we do on this channel, though. We just say it like it is, and we put it out there, and we stand up for the truth and what's right, and uh, and that's what's right is to stand up for Tesla. He's a real scientist. He was, he wasn't a fucking quack, and his name shouldn't be dragged through the mud for so some people can sell some books in the 1950s. Okay, that he deserves better than that because at the end of his life he didn't get shit. He died fucking broke, penniless. People barely knew who he was. I mean, he deserves better. And he died with nothing. Exactly. He deserves better than to have his memory be you know intertwined with this contactee movement. which he would have never had anything to do with. He dealt with real scientists, and he discussed this shit with fucking, other scientists and important people of the time, with the Niels Bohr and people who are, in the leading edge of quantum mechanics and shit like that. You know, he deserves better than that. You know. Yeah, Edison fucking fucked what's his face and fucked Tesla over too. In the end, uh, Tesla really got fucked over. He died fucking penniless with nothing, dude. Uh, think he was close to what? Rivera, what are you talking about? Um, that's all I know. What did Edison do to him? Oh, like the My Pillow guy. God damn it, Wade. Yeah, Edison uh did everything he could to shut down. So Tesla was the first person to light up New York. All right, and he lit up a couple blocks in New York City using alternating current. Then Thomas Edison went and did a demonstration in New York City. All right, where he used alternating current to kill an elephant. He electrocuted an elephant to death to show you how dangerous Tesla's AC power was. Bullshit just coming at you. And it'll just start with one channel, then another of just nonstop bullshit. Yeah, at least, if it's third phase of moon, then they'll try to hold themselves back. They hold themselves back on a lot of shit. I mean, you guys think about how third phase of moon was back in the day. Today that you compared to nowadays, they fucking hold like everything back. They'll fucking call me up and ask my opinion on stuff before they'll put certain things out, because they're like, well, what do you think about this video? What do you think about that? And should we put this out? Or, they do it all the time, man. So they really put an effort in there to keep it all legit. And like this, the papers got released. Someone had to put it out, so they put it out. I couldn't be a part of it like that. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Lavera. Yes, I will definitely give her a fucking kiss for you. Absolutely. You rock. Yes, thank you. I'm here. I'm here. Y'all can relax. The legend has arrived. Oh, thank you, Uncle Luffy. About fucking time. uh, yeah. So that's really what it comes down to. uh, I feel terrible about that. I had to say something though. I had to jump on this and do this video because I just read about this shit today. You know. Good. I hope I did answer your question. That is really cool that they do that though. No, it is. And it's true too. That's what they do. They hit me up all the time on like, hey, should we put this out? What do you think about this? Blah blah blah. And my opinion really matters to them. So, if I say something's like, oh, that's no good or whatever, they don't put it out. So they really do that. So that's what I'm saying. I got nothing but love and respect for them. Uh, Unfortunately, for this one video, I just wasn't able to. I just wasn't able to do it because I couldn't find a way for me to do it without sounding like a dick. If I could do it with a way in a way where I didn't sound like a dick, that's yeah, fine. But I couldn't do it, and I don't want to do anything that's going to make those guys look bad or make their channel look bad. I wouldn't want to put that on because we do work together so much. And there's a lot of behind the scenes shit that people just don't even know about. Uh, that's really what it comes down to. So I'll probably have to do a video like this about these UFO patents for them just to make up for it, um, or write them like a new Egypt video or something, and. Yeah, you know. Right. Uncle Lumpy saying, okay, legit question. What does any world government have to gain by denying or refusing to acknowledge alternative life from forms of societies? Well, uh, I don't think that they really have anything to gain or lose besides uh, technological advances, um, and then uh, when you have nations that are highly religious, uh, they're also highly susceptible to propaganda, and they're highly gullible. And this is just a fact. Religious people are highly susceptible to propaganda, which is why they use it on religious people all the fucking time, because those people fall for bullshit the easiest. It's just simply what it is. Almost all religious people are gullible. So when you talk about, oh, there's a sucker, there's one born every minute, yeah, they're usually religious because they're the easiest people to fool or make believe stuff, because certain people just have that mindset. Then you have certain people who are real fucking stubborn, who fucking question everything, like myself. I don't believe anything. I'm like, well, whatever, that's bullshit. You got to prove it to me. Other people are just like, oh yeah, they hear it. Like, take like John Lear. All right, he thinks there are aliens, there are people living on the sun. All right, because he read that sometime somewhere online. He's like, yep, I believe it. You can just tell him anything, he'll fucking believe it. It's terrible, but that's how it is. uh Yeah, so I don't think there's really too much for them to gain or deny besides technological advance. Like, you wouldn't want your enemies to get a hold of. You wouldn't want them to crack the fucking secret on how UFOs work. Like, I'm almost positive that Russia probably has several UFOs themselves, and whether these are just like the black sphere, or like I had an encounter with, or one of the fucking discs or something like that. But they might not have been able to figure it out to reverse engineer it. So it looks like apparently we have. It looks like we've cracked the fucking code. Um, it only took 30 years. Well, probably a lot longer than that. At least 30 years from when Bob Lazar was working on it last. Because when he was working on it, he's like, we couldn't reproduce anything that we did. There was a couple of attempts, but they failed miserably. But at that point, 30 years ago, we couldn't reproduce anything. Apparently, we've cracked the code at least on a couple of the components for the craft, because we have patents for them right now. So that's amazing. But other than that, I don't see why. Uh, that's why I think there's so many different governments that have already released their UFO files. Uh, what's fucked up is that there's all these files and stuff that they're supposedly released, but they still have fucking kept secret. Like the MOD, the Ministry of Defense or whatever. Uh, they were supposed to release their UFO files fucking years ago, and they still have files that they haven't released. Michael, we're talking about the patents that the Navy had just released, um, and it's straight up talking about. Oh wait, it pops up. Here we go. I'll give you the fucking headline for it right now. Navy finally speaks up about its bizarre UFO patents and experiments. Um, and it's talking about machines that will actually engineer the fabric of reality. Uh, it's basically all the components to Bob Lazar's craft, and the different things that he said made the craft operate. They have patents for it now. And like, not just some bullshit patents like where a guy just comes on here and just makes up his own patent on some, but I'm talking legitimate patents that are developed by physicists for the US Navy They're completely legit, and they're not only is the Navy coming out saying yes, this is legit, and we are supporting it. They're actually funding it and backing it up, so it's 100% legit. Fiber optic engineered patents. Whose name is on that? I think that's what, like Bell Labs. I think probably something like that. I'm not 100% on who does fiber optics, although it's really cool. Uh, But like they say, like oh yeah, fiber optics was alien technology and it came from the Roswell crash or whatever. Well, I have that book. I own the book. The day after Roswell. I don't believe a word that Philip Corso is saying. Uh, because what there's a lot of shit he's saying is just fucking nonsense or whatever, and I just don't fucking believe it. Um, he tries to make claim like he was there during the retrieval and just a bunch of bullshit. uh and that we gained fiber optics from alien technology. I mean, Bob Lazar was like, there wasn't anything even as simple as wiring in the craft. He's like, the craft was so sophisticated that it didn't. There was no wiring. There was no fiber optics. There was nothing in there. He's like, they're one of the gravity amplifiers. They fucking cut it off with a plasma torch. They cut it off, and it was in the workbench. It was on their workbench inside their fucking office in their lab. All right, for them to fucking do experiments with. They cut it off with a plasma cutter and put it in the lab, and it still worked. He's like, they cut the fucking thing off and put it in the fucking room, and it worked like it was still part of the craft. He's like, it still fucking worked. He's like, there wasn't any. He was like, it was magic. There wasn't anything as simple as wiring in there. Not even there's no buttons or anything. He's like, there's nothing like that. They cut the fucking thing off with a plasma torch, and it still worked. He's like, it's separated. They had it, he's like, once you get it to a certain distance, it stops working. But he's like, they cut it off and they had it in the lab, and it worked normal. He's like, they could fine tune it by putting electrical pulses into it. He's like, the thing would turn on and fucking move. And he says it would move like a tentacle. He said it would fucking move, and then it would lock right into place. Like fucking, as soon as they would fine tune it, it would loop and just fucking lock. He's like, a solid bar of steel would move around like a fucking like an octopus tentacle. He's like, it could move in any fucking direction, and then they would stop tuning it and it would just lock into space, just all solid metal again, dude. I mean, how fucking fascinating is that, dude? It's like the craft is like alive. Sometimes I wonder. He says, oh, it seemed like the craft might have been like injected, molded, or like a 3D printed or something, and because of the way it's all like one piece. Sometimes I wonder, what if the UFOs aren't constructed, all right? But what if they're grown? I know it kind of sounds crazy, okay, but what if the UFOs are like a symbiotic type of machine where it's part of you, and so the craft flies like you move your arm or something, where it's not actually created or anything, but it's like grown like a flower, but it's a machine that's fucking grown, like, or how like you grow crystal, like when you grow crystals in those little experiments, something like that. Maybe the craft is actually grown, and so it just naturally into that shape. That's just a crazy ass fucking theory. I'm just thinking out loud. Probably nonsense, but it's fun to make those considerations. Uh, yeah, metamaterial. Do you think Lazar has said anything he knows and saw, or kept it a secret? Do you think Lazar has said everything he knows? No, I know for a fact he hasn't. There's plenty of stuff where he's kept fucking secret, uh, for certain reasons, I'm sure. Um, but he's probably come out with most of it, you know. And there's certain things, he doesn't want to do, probably out of fucking respect, not to get anyone in trouble. Like, he could just come out there and point out to everybody on Google Earth where S4 is. And I know that he's done that before for other people. And they said, oh, like, oh yeah, you can see it. Like they're like, that's exactly where it is, you know. Like he ordered a fucking Russian satellite photo of S4 of the base. He's like, you could even see the fence that was out there, you know. He's like, you can't see it on Google Earth, but he's like, you if you order it from Russia, you could actually see the fence that went along where the bus would pull up and shit. He's like, it's right. He's like, it's still right there. You know, he could point it out, but why doesn't he point it out to everybody? Well, because you know what? You could probably get in a lot of trouble for go ahead and fucking disclosing the exact location of a fucking secret military base, which is probably the last thing you want to do. But he knows where it's at, and so yeah, I'm sure there's stuff that he hasn't said to anybody. Um, and then there's so much shit that he says that just makes sense. The fact he's like, in the whole program, there were only 22 people with that kind of clearance. Um, and I was reading about other special projects that they have, and they'll have entire projects where there's only 15 people in the whole fucking project, you know, and it's something that's super sophisticated too, you know, because that's how they keep it so fucking, you know, low key. Um, but yeah, yeah, all right. Well, I think I'm gonna get out of here and try to work on this a different video for a third phase of moon. And if you guys see this one before I get the other one up to you, I'm sorry. I love you. You guys know how I am with science, and you know how much I hate to contact these, and I tried to make the video for you. I made two of them for you, and I don't think you would like either one of them. And I'm sorry, and I love you guys, and I just have to go to the next one. Um, but I want to thank everyone who donated to me. Uh, fucking Dinkum, you're the fucking man. Fucking Cooper, Lavera, everybody. Thank you guys so much, and everyone coming and joining me for the live and all this shit. What up, Benny? How you doing, buddy? Sorry, I'm out of here, and you can always support me on my PayPal by donating money, by UFO proof merchandise, like and subscribe and share and tell your friends and whatnot, and um, uh, all that good stuff. And I'm going to I got that video about this crazy ass abduction case with the golden rectangle UFO I was talking about earlier. I'll fucking post that video tonight for you guys. It's really cool. It's interesting, and uh, hopefully I'll be on third phase of moon soon uh, with a different video. Who knows? um, but I think that's it. Yeah, so keep your eyes peeled. I'll try to get that video posted tonight. I'll try to keep my lives going. And yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, Dinkum, you're gonna fucking like it too, man. Yeah, fucking hit me up later too. All right, brother. Yeah. So yeah, thanks you guys. Yeah, listen to Renee. Go and purchase and join the fucking membership channel. Fucking all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. All right, UFO proof out. All right, later, you guys.